Tonight we are on our way to Morgan Territory to search for the spirit of Walking Marietta. In the 1950s, a married couple was traveling north from Livermore on the recently paved Morgan Territory Road, near the heart of the Black Hills of Mount Diablo. It was late and the road particularly dark because of its secluded location away from any city lights. After some time driving a portion of the windy 14-mile road, the couple noticed a man standing by an old oak tree. As the car rolled closer, the man disappeared. Due to the fright of the moment, they quickly drove home soon after to tell their frightful story to their family and friends. They learned from one family member that the story of Walking Marietta, a Mexican bandit from 100 years prior that stole much gold and money during his days as a horse thief. The couple learned that Marietta and his gang, before being disbanded, had hid much gold and money in the Central California region. The couple soon returned to Morgan Territory to try and find the location of the spirit they saw, though to their dismay, weren't able to find the spot because of the night of their sighting. Their startled state of mind and the darkness made it hard to remember the exact location. To this day, some sightings of the spirit have been unofficially reported, though the story of Walking Marietta and his hidden loot holds much truth. We just started our drive of the 14-mile Morgan Territory Road in the heart of the Morgan Territory Regional Preserve on the east side of Mount Diablo. Near us are the Black Hills of Mount Diablo, where a lot of bandits and outlaws of the mid-1800s had hiding places, and one rumored to be the hiding place of Walking Marietta. As a trail in the mid-1800s, Morgan Territory Road has seen its share of interesting folk, one very possibly being Walking Marietta. Marietta's range of thievery was from the far north of the Bay Area down to Mexico. He and his gang were famous for their horse stealing and looting. The gang had many hideout locations throughout Central California. One of those locations some believe to be in the Black Hills, a part of the eastern portion of the Mount Diablo State Park. During the late 1840s and early 1850s, the Marietta gang spent much time stealing horses from the locals of Contra Costa County, and even one famous local, John Marsh. During the collapse of the Marietta gang, Joaquin, his half-brother, and his brother's wife hid much of the loot. The mystery lies within that. A portion of their loot, which turned out to be over 1,000 pounds in gold, had gone missing. There are many hiding places throughout Central California that they used. As the legend goes, they used one such location in the Black Hills of Mount Diablo. In the past, the Black Hills had been a location used by many outlaws. It was hard to access, and the sheriffs many times were not willing to risk the chance of searching for someone out there for fear of ambush and death. Research done on the area of the Black Hills during the time of the Marietta gang created a strong argument that it is possible that Morgan Territory was used for their hideouts and hiding places of their loot. During the time of the gang, the area of current-day Clayton had not been claimed yet, and Jeremiah Morgan had not arrived. This leaves the land to be secluded and unused. So in the 1950s, there was the couple that saw a spirit, which they later found out to possibly be Walking Marietta, the horse bandit. What do you think that the possibilities of them seeing a spirit, whether it be Walking Marietta and or any spirit out there, taking in consideration Morgan Territory's history of people?
Well, like I said before, I don't necessarily believe in ghosts myself, but I do believe that some people have more of a sixth sense and they can sense people's presence, and I do believe that eyes can play tricks on you. So the probability that they saw something that they perceived as a ghost is highly likely, just given the area and its history. So I think the probability is rather high that they actually saw something.
When we come back to the legend of the couple in the 1950s seeing a spirit by an oak tree, it seems likely that it could be Walking Marietta guarding his loot. Although there is a twist in the story. Before the Marietta gang disbanded, the California state government put out a reward for Joaquin and his gang. In 1853, California Rangers came across the gang and spurred a wild gunfight. This ended the Marietta gang as Joaquin Marietta was shot, his head was cut off and preserved, and then taken back to the capital to receive the reward. An interesting story that has many legends spurred off of it. If indeed the couple saw a spirit by an old oak tree, who's to say that it was Joaquin Murrieta? Though much evidence shows his presence in the area is past, he did not die there, though the question of the spirit remains.